Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yes, those of us who are, from the Kingston metropolitan area, yes, like my community of Jonestown, you would have, grown up in my time, and, listening to, Buju Banton's celebrating his 50th birthday. Yes, we can safely say it. He says that only 3 boys from his class at Denantown is alive. But I can say now, he's saying 3. I can say there's only 2 of us from my age group, from Jonestown, who born and raised in Jonestown from that time. Only 2 of us is alive. Yours truly and Orius Dinah Brown. Yeah, Dinah is from Love Street. Only the 2 of us alone are alive. Everybody else dead. Not even sick and dead, Every who weren't killed by gunmen or killed by the security forces. None of them are in prison. Everybody dead. Only 2 of us dead out of 50 other us. You understand? It's a miracle why the 2 of us is alive? No. It's parenting. Dinah used to play football for the same high school as both of us went to the same high school, and he used to play football for Gardens too. But the thing is now with Dinah now, his mother imparted good traits to him. Yes, and even since I live in this town, I was able to, meet up with the man. We never discuss politics or anything like that and what we have experienced growing up as youths. Never. Yeah, the only thing that every time Dinah see me must say, even in America here, in a broad county, he must say, one thing him always a come for, for hug me up to feel my gun, and why you lucky boy, if you're going in a porter. I said, no, I can't do that, you understand? So you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, so we heal up with, we're bridging, yeah man, Orius Dinah Brown, yeah man, who live in a broad county. This is a man, a hard working man. The man don't believe in a thief, because Dinah used to work around police and them thing they were with the business, and Dinah was a supervisor, and trust me, them say glowing things about him. I talk about management. Yeah, them say one of the most honest employee them have, and him is an asset to the company. And to hear that, people talking about someone that you grew up with, that glowing kind of accolades that they're saying about this man, you feel good, and say, yeah, and I say, he's my schoolmate, we grew up together, and you understand, and they were shocked, because most Jamaicans, it's all based on one and two little things. They don't, yeah, because them friend, and them feel like say them in a high society, and because them friend are in a high society per se, so them them want to pretend like that. No, I don't mean that. That's not me. I don't forget where I'm coming from, and I know where I'm going. So so people who were living back then, in the Kingston metropolitan era in the 1970s, you are seeing all of the hallmarks of terrorism now returning to Jamaica. We see it, the first place we see it in Gregory Park, where they start burning down people's house, and the people in them houses that have been burned down are affiliated with the JLP party. And the reason why we don't say the JLP LGBTQ plus party anymore is that we were corrected by people who work, in Uncle Sam government. Say no, you can't say that about the JLP party because them not allow for the alphabet mafia to take over Jamaica. But the PMP is willing to do anything to allow them to come in. The PMP, and them say they even went as far to say that IRA FM is a PMP LGBTQ plus station. And Muta Baruka, one of the biggest sponsors of the LGBTQ plus agenda in Jamaica, the Rasta man. So that for sure you say them compromise, them now have no soul. I know that Muta lean and I'm thinking that, but him not no conscience. Because if you have conscience, you can't support a criminal organization. But I saw it go on them thing there, so you don't know IRFM I get them funding, and that's, you understand. So IRFM is officially a PMP LGBTQ plus party, based on what Muta Baruka says, and Cabo, Andrea Williams. I don't listen to her because she's an idiot. You understand? Because some things that she has been doing now, she never did it when the PMP LGBTQ plus government was in power. So you can't, you have to be balanced for me to have respect for you. So we want, we see all of the hallmarks of terrorism now reaching the people of the labor rights them by the PMP LGBTQ plus terrorists. Them burn down the home of one of Jamaica's Sunshine Girls defender, Latanya Wilson, home in Kingston in Southside. And it's all because of politics, because them have the labor right. You don't see the labor right them retaliate like this. So you understand? Because when they burn down people, them leave over 100 people there homeless. So we want you watch, you listen, you decide. You understand? Because as a people, we cannot support this kind of behavior and this kind of politics in Jamaica. If you do, you're not on a conscience. That means say you don't see yourself in this young girl who's from the ghetto and she has tried to make something for herself. You understand? And we just pray that she go to the she can't go to the US embassy, and ask asylum for herself and her family based on the terroristic act by the PMP LGBTQ plus government. And it's time now for the US embassy to look at the PMP LGBTQ plus party and caretakers and members of parliament and start revoke them visa. We see, that's our next step. You understand what I'm saying? And I can bet if we come out and say, look, and we are sure the evidence, these are what the people them do, and these people we don't want them to come visit America, make them visit America virtually, and Canada and England. Remember me tell you, yes, they onslaught, you go and hear them. But so we want you to, you watch, you listen, you decide, and this is one of the media houses in Jamaica, and we thank them, give them credit for their job, because we are not on the ground now. We don't have anyone on the ground here in Jamaica. You understand that doing this kind of work, so we appreciate it. So you watch, you listen, you decide.
So what are we that time I didn't catch it. Don't blaze already.
The man said Britney.
All the textbook them are ready to go back in. I know them give book rental, everything. Mix up. Book come buy fear, book for the school to get back. My granddaughter them same, everything.
Come to that.
So when I take paper for them.
Some problematic neighbors ever quarrel and them ever choose up early man come here. I can't fight them, I go fight them early man. Then we the girls start ball on fire.
How them go on?
See there? I book them there. All the textbook them are ready to go back in. I know them give book rental, everything. Mix up. up. Book come buy fear, book for the school to get back. My granddaughter them same, everything. Gone.
Come to that.
Then, so when I take paper them.
Ever quarrel and then ever choose up early morning. So I can't fight them, I go fight them early morning. Then we had the girls start ball on fire.
How them? Go on.
See there?
6 o'clock. I wake up this morning and I hear my sister call me and say, come here, I miss you. And when I go to her, the she said to me, say, the whole up here about house, the ID, everything, my age paper, TR, everything gone. I put on all money in that, so when I come back next month, I can have it to go to a doctor, everything gone. I will see me about Papa.
You left with one piece of how long are you living here?
Years. We are me pay tax here. My mother died 2019.
You said that you have to visit the doctor. You're saving up doctor money.
Yeah. But I'm $2,000. Come what not on the side. The fridge there, so the gas stove over there, so one bed over another room there. One bed over another one here. Some things pack up over there, so in another one. So everything
How many people occupy this place?
me alone, the better say me alone living here. I don't live with anybody here. My mother died. Me and my mother did live here. And our man, the two of them died. Me take over the yard, start pay tax.
How are you going to bounce back from this?
Me I tell you, I don't even know. Me I tell you, because I not work. I don't say me I work. I'm not working.
This is a recurring thing. A lot of people have been losing their homes to fire or attack.
Me there, you know, I sit down here today. And the cash back man play 2. And I sit down and talk to my sister. I said the man play small fire. One if now come play big fire.
Yes, sir.
Can't believe me, I tell you, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it till I can't even cry. I just hold it, you know? And then say you can't look for anything, yes, sir.
You have lost a lot.
I'm TV over in my bedroom, sir. I'm the walls over my clothing. Them gone.
Well, you know, the only good that I've seen is that no lives. No injuries, no lives were lost, no injuries.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, so I want you to, listen to the survivor of the fire, because our sunshine girl defender, Latanya Wilson, man, she was there, man. So we give thanks that she didn't lose her life. So you're going to hear this, and you will not hear Mark Golding come out and denounce the criminality, because it's all about votes. If you do not see yourself in another black person or another Jamaican, you're an empty shell. If you're going to talk about the people, them are labor rights, and because them are labor rights means them for dead. You have no soul, you're an empty vessel. You understand? You're an ox of a human being. So I want you to listen to this young girl, and we'll continue the journey. May I tell you, wickedness this, So we don't want Jamaica to go back to them days, and that's how Mark Golding and the PMP them are doing, because them realize the Jamaican people are wake up to them, because the Jamaican people say they're the one that give them Klansman, and you hear the terrorists, the terrorism, and or them terrorize the people them. That's only in a Spanish town, Jamaica, and the people them are turned from them. You understand? Because the people them are get more education now because of social media. So yeah, TVJ and CV man, the them can't control the narrative no more. And I lie to you people them because of what? Because them more corrupt than the corruptors. Remember, them used to tell us say police are most corrupt government agency in Jamaica, and now you realize who are the most corrupt. FLA, where them see man create over 20,000 criminal and deportee and convicted people, then give illegal gun up to, and give them gun. Up to now, nobody is held accountable. Who all get all convicted rapists jack your gun? A them gate and a police. But you know, none of them in the media come out stuff that shows that them are enemy of the people. So we want you to listen to this young girl, and we're glad to share life. You understand? Give God thanks.
I'm kind of like feeling several different emotions right now, and I think the key lesson out of this is just to be grateful for life, because 1 minute you can be on top of everything and then the next minute you can just lose everything in a quick second. And I think for me it's just that I'm more grateful that I have life, and whatever I've lost in the fire is actually repairable.
Instead of wish by the pot them they go up on the table, look at something that go over up on the house that they saw. We could have come and talk to the front right here so the fire start. We hear bloom and the house stop, and then a couple minutes after you hear the little baby say fire, daddy, fire. And by me run out and get the bucket of water and get on and turn that through the water, it does come so.
Latanya Wilson says she was awoken by shouts from her sister that their house, located on Rum Lane, was on fire. She says she grabbed her laptop and passport before running outside. It took only a few seconds for Wilson to realize that she had left behind her 3-week-old cousin and other relatives. The infant was rescued. Her other relatives escaped unscathed, but were helpless as their house burned to the ground. Wilson, a bronze medalist with the Sunshine Girls at the recent Netball World Cup in South Africa, says she's feeling mixed emotions at this time.
I'm kind of like feeling several different emotions right now, and I think the key lesson out of this is just to be grateful for life, because 1 minute you can be on top of everything and then the next minute you can just lose everything in a quick second. And I think for me it's just that I'm more grateful that I have life, and whatever I've lost in the fire is actually repairable.
Wilson's aunt, Sandra Dick, is thankful no lives were lost. Miss Dick says she heard a loud explosion and initially thought it was fireworks coming from the Kingston waterfront on Ocean Boulevard. She also ignored the shouts from her neighbors until their incessant cries became unbearable.
Every minute them war, but all this early morning them war, so I start paying them. But then she start crying, the crying I get annoying to me. Cause she cry and she say, right to the whole of my house full of fire. She said, I'm going to fly my door, I come out the whole place like, oh yeah, so this all this place bright. Me I say, no man, this serious one, so I'm going to come round the corner. The whole I have done. So go back in my house, the whole of my back start cake. All time I got to draw my granddaughter off of the bed, the little young one, and just, me never wait them, I fight me look me see she out the door.
Stephanie Broomfield, who also lives on Rum Lane, says she lost all the money she had been saving since April for back-to-school expenses.
Instead of wish by the pot them they go up on the table, look at something that go over up on the house that they saw. We could have come and talk to the front right here so the fire start. We hear bloom and the house stop, and then a couple minutes after you hear the little baby say fire, daddy, fire. And by me run out and get the bucket of water and get on and turn that through the water, it does come so.
Shalois Michael for Nationwide News.
Yes, we know that most Jamaicans have sharp memory. Yes, when we say sharp memory, them don't remember things, especially if it's not something that's beneficial to them. But if you remember, on May 23rd, Labor Day this year, this man that you're looking at right now, Mark Golden, the opposition leader of the PMP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, and I say that without any apologies, and I want anyone to show me any facts to show me that it's not a criminal organization. You know, so to date, this man hasn't denounced all of these atrocities, all of these things that have been happening in Jamaica against these people, all of these arsons. He haven't denounced it because that's the PMP LGBTQ plus modus operandi. Remember, it started first, over there in Portmore, when they burned down the PMP LGBTQ plus constituent office in Independent City, Dr. Daz, and he says that the PMP hierarchy would come with him to Portmore to denounce criminality. We're still waiting for that because that nothing's going to happen. It's genetic. So you remember Mark Golden, march with known killer Danville Palmer, who's the leader of the Upsetter gang, and that was what he's showing, that when he says time come, when he says time come, it's time to go back to terrorism, because people are waking up to them and realize that the PNP LGBTQ plus party is not a political party, it's a criminal organization. So to them now, they're using terrorism against the people, dislocate them as they have done before, and cause homelessness to people and all of that. What the government need to do is to use the same kind of respond to these people. We're not talking about for burn down the house, you know, we're talking about preemptive strike and get rid of these terrorists, because these terrorists are aligned to the PNP LGBTQ plus party. Remember this woman, you know, Latanya Wilson, she had represented Jamaica. You understand? And they burned down her house because, according to them, she live in a wrong community. I never hear anything like this. You understand? One of the stupid people from out there by Tel Aviv, boy, Jamaica, she live in. People can't live in a wrong community in Jamaica. Which part your people can't choose which part of them live. You understand? Because if everybody could have chosen them, nobody don't live downtown, everybody live uptown. So you understand? Because uptown are the ideal place you live. You understand? That's why they make certain say all of the price range you live up there says out of the rich I poor. So that's why them have these communities for the poor. So the PNP LGBTQ plus terrorists burn on, you know, the home of Latanya Wilson and others. Yeah, you know that she represents the Sunshine Girl at the last World Tournament. You understand? And her home is in Southside of Kingston. And it has all the hallmarks of a political war on the horizon by the original terrorists who do not care about Jamaicans. All they care about their lust for power. Yeah, their lust for power is unspeakable. Their desire for power is unspeakable. And the PNP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, has been attacking the JLP supporters in Gregor Park and now Southside Kingston, so that they can displace the residents in the name of votes, so that the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization can win the next general election. Jamaican people must wake up and denounce this kind of political tactics. If you want to live in a society where your neighbor is being terrorized by other neighbor because of their political affiliation, something is wrong with you. We are too mature now and intelligent. We know that a lot of low IQ. We know that the PNP LGBTQ plus party is a party of low IQ people who are very emotional and attracted to their party. If their party even poison and kill them entire family, them still a go say shower. Them still a go say power. You understand? As me, I can think. Period. Them can't fool me. So that's why them not like me. And I don't care. I'm not doing anything for them to like me. Yes, I have whole heap of PNP friend. I look, 99.7% of my friends are PNP. Because a PNP community, I'm born and growing. But not because of that, I don't say them for dead or anything like that. I never say me a labor. I just tell them the truth, you understand? And what some of them will do privately, I say, boy, Chris, boy, nobody say them thing there, because I make the party look bad. So if the party never like what they're doing and them know say it bad, why them do it? So that's why we'll talk. We not keep no secret for nobody, or no political organization or no criminal organization. So you know, for years them all, so this now them are resort back to now by using fear, intimidatory tactics and terrorism. And what the government must respond with is preemptive strikes against those who commit these kinds of atrocities. No ifs or buts. Enough is enough. And we are tired of these images on the computer screens, telephones and television. People willing to throw gasoline or accelerants on their neighbors' home to burn them down are typically motivated by anger, hatred or revenge. They may feel that their neighbors have wronged them somehow and believe that burning their homes is the only way to get back at them. That's because some people have emotional void, man. You understand? So you don't believe that your family can get displaced. That the same people them or you burn down for them home, them can't burn down back for no home. 110 people has been displaced right there in Southside, you know. We don't support them thing there. People must free. Look, people must free if they have them disagreement, and this is it how it is now. The PNP them, you know, the boy Tesha Miller and Bulby them, you know, them start them learn them thing from the old country boy, where we say country boy jingles. A jingles in my want to go Spanish town, you know, and start the friend killing and tell them to kill all my people, mother and sister. And that's where it reached now. So if you listen to even the war, the thing that was going on in Bulbia with bigger crime, where him a kill people. If you listen to what the brother, you know, him was a done, you know, and him employ, you know, hundreds of people in a community by, you know, him making money from nefarious means in America. Him get deported and him go back to Jamaica and him invest in a community. And you hear him say, bigger crime, them have family live there and them no see it, him no support for nobody kill them family because the family never do them anything. The PMP, them no see it that way. Them no see, oh, nah man, for you, if I'm a friend, them I kill you. I saw them operate. So you see the different, we're not saying that criminality is right. It's wrong. But we just show you the level of them mental capacity to think rational. Because if this man can say that bigger crime family, them not do we anything in a bigger crime, him we want catch. You understand? We can't catch him, but when I hurt him family, the PMP them no see it, so them burn on all the people, them home and people are related to the other people them. So we just show you the difference. So people must, you understand. It's wrong, but sometimes people are forced to do unimaginary things. You understand? So we know that the government must respond with preemptive strike. You know, you understand? So someone build somehow, you know, for you, you know, it was crazy. So these individuals are often mentally unstable and may have a history of violence. The consequences of such an act are serious. Not only will the victims lose their homes, but they may also suffer physical injuries or even death. The perpetrators will likely face criminal charges, including arson, a felony in most jurisdictions. They could face years in prison and financial restitution to the victims. If you know someone considering committing arson, it is important to intervene. Mark Golding and you need to come out, make a public statement and denounce this kind of terrorism. We see the Prime Minister have done it. We say Peter Bunting, Peter the Divine, came out with him look of facade because he went and looked at the damage that that their terrorists have done in Gregor Park, and they were smiling because they were happy with what was done. Body language speaks volumes. Uncle fool no understand that. So you understand? So you can talk to them about their anger and help them to find more constructive way to deal with their feelings. You can encourage them to seek professional help. If you believe someone is in immediate danger, call the police 119. So we see Sunshine Girls defender Latanya Wilson and her family to get back on their feet following the loss of their home in the early morning fire at Rum Lane in downtown Kingston. So details surrounding the incident are unclear, but it's understood that Wilson's house was one of 3 that went up in blaze. What she did to them? Wilson, an excited player with a wealth of potential, was among the Sunshine Girl team that recently secured bronze at the Vitality Netball World Cup in South Africa. Boy, them not even, them come a far way. So Babsy Grange, currently at the World Athletic Championship in Budapest, Hungary, revealed that she is already made contacts to secure help for Wilson and their family. It's a particular painful that Latanya, who was a member of the bronze medal Jamaican team at the recent National Netball World Cup in South Africa, should suffer this devastating loss, Grange said in a post on social media site Twitter. I mean must man about X. After black, black people use X at them thing because they don't know them name. So from Budapest, where I am right now, I am making contacts to get immediate assistance for Latanya and her family, the post added. The 22-year-old Wilson, who plays her trade in Suncorp Netball League in Australia, she lives in Australia, is on the island on a break. Leona Finn, a Netball Jamaica board member, expressed the situation effect on Wilson and her wider netball family. They lost everything, and so it's devastating to the entire netball family. As you know, our girls are close in it, so we are all grieving with Latanya, and everyone has reached out to offer their love. Finn told Sportsmax TV. We have reached out to her and are rallying support through some channels we have, in addition to working with the minister whom we are in dialogue with. So we are doing everything possible to get Latanya the support needed, she noted. So the girls, so she, went represent Jamaica, make Jamaica win all even medal, and guess what? I see people them in a nearby, and them burn down her house all because them say she live in a wrong community. So so if you don't live in a PMP LGBTQ plus community, them are burn down your house and you live in a labor right community, which is madness. We know your Mark Golding denounced it, but we know that Mark Golding is a criminal supporter, and we say that without any apologies, zero. So it's only time now for the international community to take some action against these people, because the same thing that we see that they have done with the people in Haiti. Because remember, this man cuddled up with a known killer. That's why they did not want the 15 year for the people them with gun, because it's all about voting. And they don't care how many people's blood how much blood spilling in the name of their party for them to win. You understand? For them to care about the Jamaican people. The only party right now we secure is the party where I try to ramp up the police tactics against the criminals them in Jamaica, and it's the Andrew Holness government we see right now. As we stated, and we say again, only two politicians in Jamaica we have any respect for. Yeah, them say one of them is in finger fearing that a Bobby Montague. We don't see no evidence to support the claim, apart from him make some bad decision by a used car, an idiot thing that from Japan for police them drive, and two them because police vehicle is supposed to be sturdy vehicle. You have to use Toyota vehicle them from Japan, them sturdy for years. Nobody can go with no other vehicle, because you understand, because police vehicle them not sleep, them not rest 24/7 them up on the road. You understand? And we're just sorry what happened with this young lady and the people from Southside. That the PMP LGBTQ plus gunmen them unleashed them this form of terrorism on them. The police supposed to respond in kind, and all of these guys supposed to be at the departure lounge. Yes. Whatever a man sows socially you reap. If you sow love, you reap love. If you sow hate, you get hate. And I just say, and we have said that without any apologies. We just hope that we're not going to see anything like this anymore, of people house being burned on because of a labour right. Our PMP, we don't support it at any time. People can, how you deal with politics is at the ballot box. You vote for who you want. You don't use terrorism for secure votes. That's wrong. Mark Golding, we know him can't come out and defend and denounce the terrorists them in him party. If him do that, I vote him and lose. And say, if the terrorists them not vote, them can't win. So I just saw it go. Not until. So when they matter about people for sign this and sign that, that's what them need for sign and denounce criminality. PMP will never do that, because the PMP LGBT is a criminal organization. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.